Hello everybody, welcome to Subnautica. I thought I'd bring you guys a quick guide on just some of the things you can do when you just start the game to just get a little bit more of a foundation going. You know, just so it makes your progress into later aspects of the game a little easier and a little more seamless, pretty much. So basically, when you get in, you're going to have access to the fabricator. You're going to use this guy to bake everything and anything, well, almost everything and anything that's you need pretty much to build stuff. Your main goals in the beginning are going to make a couple of, they're going to be to make a couple of equipment. You're going to need an O2 tank, fins. The suits, they aren't needed just yet, so you can just leave those out there. You also don't need a first aid kit. You get a free fire extinguisher, even though I've never needed one of these before, but they might be useful later on. A rebreather you don't need yet, and these two guys you don't need yet. So your first two goals, you want fins to get faster. You want an O2 tank, as well as in tools. You want the first four of these guys. You want the scanner, the welder, the flashlight, the survival knife, and if you can, a little nice, augment is to get the air bladder. They're really nice. So how do you get all these? Pretty much, you need some basic components. Here I've gathered a few from just about 2 days. The basics are quartz, salt deposits, titaniums. Basically, you need quartz to make glass. You need salt deposits to make magnesium. Titanium is just overall what you need to make a lot of things. You need it as the basic building material, like it says in the description. Titanium, basic building material. Then after that, you're going to need stuff like copper ore, which you have right here. And you're going to need stuff like, well, like I said, glass and something called a silicone rubber. I'll show you where to get these guys. All of the items right now. It is unfortunately getting a little dark, but that actually makes it better for us because it makes me show you guys in a more unsafe environment. Let's start with some of the easiest parts. Quartz is that right there, that big crystal you see. You can just swim up to it and you can just grab it, and that's going to be quartz for you. It's the easiest material pretty much to find everywhere on the map. Make sure, by the way, in the beginning you're going to have a very limited oxygen pool. Make sure you're don't die, pretty much is what I'm saying. Titanium, on the other hand, let's see if we can find some. Titanium, on the other hand, can be found in these things. These are called their metal salvage parts. You pick them up, they take up... Oh shit, oh, okay. Yeah, so that's why I meant with, watch out with your oxygen, you forget, you tend to forget. Ooh, nice, okay, so... Yeah, and he even makes the coughing, gagging noise, so here we go. Metal salvage is... Oh shit. No, not good. No. Go away, stalker. I'm making a guide here. Let's just really quickly. Okay, so metal salvage. You can use this guy to make some very nice titanium. It'll give you 4 titanium, just ores pretty much. And then quartz is used to make glass, which is right here. You need 2 quartz to make glass. And those 2 guys are used to make some very, very important stuff. O2 tank. Glass, titanium. It's the most basic thing you need. Trust me, you want 1, later on maybe 2, because they do stack. Like, right now I have 75, if I were to build one more, it would go up to 105. They do make you slower, by the way, but they do stack. That's pretty much the first thing you can build, actually. Then after that, you want to start saving up, apart from the fins, for these guys. Almost all of these guys need some sort of battery, or magnesium, or some other material that's not as easy to find as titanium and quartz. Oh dear, nighttime. We're gonna pull out our flashlight because we actually have a flashlight. By the way, this save is purposely, it's very new, so I don't have any sea light or anything like that. So this guy right here, perfect timing, is a limestone outcropping. Yeah, a limestone outcrop pretty much. You hit it with your mouse, and it has a chance of dropping titanium, copper, or lead. And as you know, we need copper, so you can find those usually around just searching. They're usually going to be around, these walls. They're pretty easy to see because they're actually quite big, and they're very abnormal in that they're a different color. They're not really meant to be there. So when you find them, just go up to them really quickly and break them open, and you'll find either some titanium, lead, or copper, which is what we really want, though. And here's another one. Let's see. Do we get lucky? Do we get lucky? Nope, more titanium. It's pretty much random chance, though. I do think copper is a little bit more rare, although I've had times where I've got pretty much 3 coppers in a row, so a little bit rare, not too much. So this guy is called the bladderfish. Actually, the perfect chance. Let's catch him. Yep, there we go. Perfect timing to show you guys how to make the... where's my ship? There we go. the air bladder, which is this tool right here. I'm going to pick up with my 2. Pretty much once you have it, you right click it, it inflates and it brings you up to the surface. It's the fastest way to get up to the surface, and it's the quickest way to get up there, so it's always neat to have one of those with you just in case. So pretty much once you have a bladder fish, you just go into the ship, and it's going to be right here in your fabricator. And personal, it's going to be tools? It is tools. Air bladder. So we do need some silicone rubber, but I'm going to show you how to get those just now. But meanwhile, since we are kind of low on water, I'm going to just use it for something else, even though I know, yeah, you can use bleach and other stuff, but that's for a later episode. Right now, this stuff is going to just maintain us just where we need us right now. So let's see, back to our flashlight. So silicone rubber is going to be found in some, what are called the kelp forests, pretty much. They're usually very much around. You could see them if it was daytime. Unfortunately, it's not daytime. We got the short end of the stick right there with that. There we go. You see that little green area? It's going to be the kelp forest. And that right there is going to be where we get the items we need to make silicone rubber. Although you do want to watch out, there are stalkers over there. The big fish that attacked me earlier, yeah, those guys. So what you want to go is come right near these creep outcrops and just pick as much as you can. You know, try to get an even number. So 2, I usually like to get 6, because that allows you to make 3 silicone rubbers, which are very, very useful. So then after you have those, you can just pretty much, like I said, go back to the base, your little base over here. Go back to your base and go get into resources, basic materials, and boom, there it is. Silicone rubber. Like I said, 2 creepvine seed clusters. You can just go ahead and make a couple of these. They're very useful, and at the same time, so look at this, by the way. The creepvine seed clusters, they take 4x4 slots each. However, the silicone rubber, nope. So, you know, it's always just really useful. If you have a couple of those in your inventory, just make them all into silicone rubber. It'll make your life a lot easier later on. And there we have it. We now have a lot of silicone rubber, and guess what? With that, we could make a survival knife, because all you need is silicone rubber or titanium. We have one of those right here. Very useful, because without it, you can't really get coral. And you need coral to make stuff like bleach. Where is it? There we go, bleach. You need stuff like common coral samples. And you also need coral to make stuff like, where is it? There we go, computer chips. So without that, you really can't advance, so that's why it's really important. Make yourself a knife, equip it in one, and you're gonna have it out a lot. After that, our main... Oh, next... Ooh, are we moving? Yeah. We're slowly moving. Oh, nah. Not good, guys. Our next, pretty much, objective is to get some copper. So, if you've mined a couple of those outcroppings, you probably have at least 1 copper ore by now. All we need now is to make a battery is acid mushrooms. These are actually pretty much the easiest to get just overall. You see these purple slots? Or purple, pretty much purple mushrooms. Just swim up to them real quick. And 1, 2, there we go. That's all you need, just 2 acid mushrooms. They make a very, I don't know, acidic combination with the copper, and just come up here, resources, electronics, and look at that, battery. And I realize that my ship is moving, but I don't know what is causing that. Or like the whoa! Yeah, this game is still on early access, guys. Oh, it's still on. Okay, yeah. So let's just go back in here. So don't mind that. That is very weird, but it's fine, it's fine. So with that battery, you can go ahead and start making stuff like the scanner. Very, very important. And the flashlight. Battery and glass, battery and titanium. The scanner is going to be pretty much what you want right now. It's going to be useful just to scan things and to start unlocking blueprints. So basically blueprints, blueprints. There we go, blueprints. These kind of things, you can't just straight up build stuff like the sea moth, the sea glide, and stuff like the solar panels. You have to scan them first, and once you scan them, they become accessible in their respective menus. So for us, stuff like the solar panels and that kind of stuff, it will become accessible once we can build the habitat builder. So for that we need a computer chip, but right now that's going to be later on. I'm just here to give you guys a very, very basic foundation of what you can do. So now the hardest one to find is for you guys is probably going to be the crash powder. And this guy, it's pretty much a lot more up to chance than usual. What you want to do is go underwater and find caverns. I mean, go underwater, of course you're going to go underwater. So go underwater and find some caverns. The boomfish, I think they're called, they live in these caverns, and they have small hatch pots where they'll come out, rush at you, and sometimes explode. But when they do that, they leave stuff called the crash fish powder in them. They don't always do that. They can also leave creature eggs, so be mindful of that. You know, you won't always be, oh god, no, don't come at me, stalker. You won't always be assured to get the crash fish powder, but it's pretty much the only way you can get it. So apparently also, by the way, in these caves underwater, there seems to be a new addition with the last update. You can find, instead of limestone, you can find sandstone outcrops, and those will give you stuff like what we just got right here. There we go. They'll give you, where are they? I just picked them up. There we go, silver and gold, which is actually, I'm pretty surprised you can get those in here. So that was pretty neat, to be honest. All the game's mechanics and locations are subject to change with each update. For example, now it seems that salt is a little bit more rare in the beginner area. It is a very vital resource, so just, you know, be mindful that sometimes, you know, if you look at this guide a little bit later on, it might not all be that accurate. Boom, like right there, sandstone outcrops. Silver and silver. Those, usually you could not find those in the beginner area. You could only find those in the kelp forest or later on in the red grass biome. So that's very neat. You can find those here now. Although we are having a bit of trouble just finding the the crash fish, so I'm gonna try to find one for you guys. Hopefully they actually respawn. Also guys, I just want to make sure you guys realize that your like spawn location, it's not gonna be the same as mine. For example, in mine, I am very close to the red algae forest, I guess you could say, or the red outcrop over there. So there's stuff like, see, sand sharks. Usually you would not get sand sharks this close to you.
Mild dehydration detected.
And, you know, these guys. So stuff like that, it is indeed random. So just be mindful of that don't just completely follow the guide. This is meant to give you guys some help. Okay, perfect. So we just found one. You see that thing right there? If you get close to it, it'll pop out and boom. The boomer fish, it just went somewhere and it's gonna explode. There, it exploded over there. So now you just come in here. Did we get it? Oh, we did not get lucky. Creature egg. Can we get one of the things we need? And we're also running out of oxygen, so this is not good. But yeah, so those guys have a chance to drop the crash fish powder or boom fish powder. And you need that to make the welder. So we got unlucky, but I'm pretty sure you guys will get lucky once you start looking for them. But anyways guys, that's pretty much all you need to just start off. To get, you know, the basic items, to get all the good stuff that you really need. Alright guys, so with that, I'm going to bring the guide to an end. Unfortunately, as you can see, probably by the numbers on the left hand side, my computer did crash. Well, that was through my fault, by the way, not the game's fault. Well, the game is still in early access. It actually very rarely crashes on me these days. But with that guys, I'm going to bring the episode to a close in this guide. I hope it helped you out. Quick tip, you can get one medkit every day. Just quick tip. With that, like I said, I'm going to bring the episode to a close. I hope it helped you just, you know, start off with your foundation so you can get both the knife, the scanner, the flashlight, all the good stuff you need, the welder, to just get started and fix this pod up so you can just, you know, go off into just the world and explore with at least, the, you know, the scanner or the air bladder so you can actually make some noticeable progress in at least blueprints collecting stuff. You know, you have a very, very big ocean to explore, and with at least these basic tools, that can really help you make some extra progress that you wouldn't be able to do if you just kind of jumped out there and just without, like, let's say with just a knife. You wouldn't be able to scan stuff, you wouldn't be able to go to the depths below that you would if you have, for example, you know, at least 102 tank or 202 tanks and the air bladder right here. You can hear the sound of it just inflating and everything. But yeah guys, like I said, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. It's been a while since I did one of these, but I've been getting a lot back into survival games as of late. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you guys more guides on Subnautica soon enough. Well guys, I hope you have an awesome day everybody. I hope you enjoy the game as I'm doing right now, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya!